This is part 32 of our Link's Awakening walkthrough. We're going to be taking on the second half of Turtle Rock. And one thing we've always loved in Zelda dungeons is anytime you get to go outside.
Yeah.
And it's great to start this half of the dungeon outside on top of Turtle Rock.
You know, it's burning up in that dungeon, man. So it's kind of nice to get out there because I was sweating bullets in there.
We got a little fresh air out here. We got that last piece of heart, which is pretty nice.
And the view back there. Oh, just... great, like whatever it is, 8-bit, 16-bit in this game, I don't know, but that is just an amazing view right there.
Thank goodness that guy didn't follow us into the portal.
Oh no, and the warp here, I don't really understand why they put in the game. I think it's just completely pointless. It's so late in the game, you're really already halfway through. You might get here a little bit earlier in the dungeon, but you're already pretty much halfway through the dungeon. You're not going to need to use it again, really.
Actually, I just realized the only thing I could think of, because right when we go into this room, we're going to have to use bombs to kill the Dodongo snakes.
If you get bombs. Okay, that's a good point.
That's the only reason I can think of.
That's a good point. I've not seen bombs like come up as an item, like jars or anything in this level. So that's a very good point.
They're very rare in general. I feel like. I mean,
they are. They really are.
In the earlier dungeons before we got the bomb upgrade, I remember I was running around with like 1 or 2.
Well, I think there's when you first get the bomb bag, I think it's only 10 bombs.
I think so.
And so I mean, if you don't have a bomb bag upgrade, I mean, you could. Which there's a lot of games I've not gotten some of the upgrades in. I mean, that's a very good point. I could actually see somebody not having bombs right there,
especially because these Dodongos...
Well, you might use all 54 right here.
Trust me, I was worried about it. And the best trick is, you saw me do it with, I think it was the first one, I kind of got him caught in that top left corner.
Yes, it is,
And then I do it again with this guy, you just keep landing it right on top. Well, not so much on that one.
It kind of goes back to the original Legends, though, where you hit him once, just bam, just keep on hitting him. Yeah.
And again, this is the second time we fought the Dodongo snakes. We fought them... many dungeons.
Actually, I think we fought them 3 times now, haven't we?
Oh, we may have.
We fought them in Eagles Tower, and I think we fought them sometime before that. Not positive on that, though.
I think we did.
Maybe.
But that...
Well, I made that point, so let's go ahead and say that's true.
But it is pretty cool, though. Like we said earlier, we could have killed those guys earlier, but where that treasure chest appeared, it was going to be a little while before we ever actually got to...
Well, no, I actually killed those guys, and the treasure chest appeared, but when you leave the room, it goes away. Oh. So you have to re-kill them when you come back in, and so I think it's pointless to do it. Actually, I think you have to defeat them on top.
And I think
to get to that treasure chest right there.
And I think one of the owl statues actually tells you that. It says to get a key.
Yeah, from the top.
You have to kill them from the top. Yeah. So it's
I'm pretty sure if you kill them, the treasure chest appears, but then when you leave that room, it goes away. So I think you have to kill them from there.
And it can be very tough. I mean, like I said, you kind of get them in a corner and it's a little bit easier. But it can be tough to...
Well, it's just the Dodongos, well, not the Dodongos in 3D, but the ones in 2D always seem to change directions at any time.
And hitting that switch right there...
I hate that switch. I absolutely hate that switch.
It's the only switch in the dungeon, and it is so important, because if you don't hit that switch, you're going to have to do some massive backtracking a little later.
Is that room on the map, do you know?
I think it's on the map, but the only way to get to it is to bomb one of the... There's 2 openings you can bomb to it.
I'm pretty sure there's not a crack on the other side of the wall.
I don't think there is either.
Yeah, that's BS.
So you just kind of have to...
I hate it. Dude, I could not... Dude, I got to the... you'll see later on, those 3 blocks. The item. I got to those. I looked for a switch forever the first time I played this game because I know there's no cracks.
Yeah.
And I hate that switch. I hate that switch.
It is so cruel. It's so cruel because it's like the only time in the game you kill the mini-boss and then there's another obstacle to keep you from getting this stupid treasure. And you'll see that here in a few minutes, what we're talking about.
I'm not recognizing the switch anymore. I refuse to talk about that switch. You go ahead and talk about the switch as much as you want to. I am done talking about that switch.
And I tell you what, though, we'll quit talking about the switch, but we're not done talking about the stupid backtracking we have to do.
We've been in this room like 3 times now.
We have.
We want to go back to the whole tea conversation we had already once.
Hey, you know that floor shaped like a T?
That's what we should do. Every time we come back to the same room, let's go back and have that same conversation that we had the first time we were in this room.
Oh my God, our listeners would hate us.
Well, they might already.
But they may already. But it is cool, again, you had to collect a few keys to even get to where you could hookshot across that platform and get down these stairs.
Yeah.
So I think now we are actually going to come up the stairs and take on the mini-boss.
Man, you pulled this jump close right there. I can't believe you made that.
Man, Link's a better jumper than Mario when he has that rock feather.
Oh, definitely. And that first platform, that almost goes all the way down the lava right there.
It does.
Yeah, you got to hit the switch because of those 3 blocks you see right there. The most frustrating 3 blocks in any Zelda game is those 3 blocks right there.
And that's saying something. That is saying something.
Because you know what you were doing... Because obviously we're doing a walkthrough.
Yep.
But I mean, you can see how much we already backtracked.
Yes.
And then you do it twice as much, and then you get here, and that block is up. Oh, so infuriating.
Now this mini boss, Hick and I actually have two very different opinions of. Yep. We were kind of talking before we got started. He was like, "I love this mini boss." I'm like, "I hate this mini boss."
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think it's really cool. It's a very different, unique concept.
His
name is Blano.
Blano or Blano, something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
But
here, once again, we do two different pronunciations. Why don't we just stick to one pronunciation? And if it's wrong, just go with it anyways.
I know, but like when he hits you with one of those big wind-up punches, it knocks you all the way back to the beginning of the dungeon. And that is the most frustrating thing in the world. Before I discovered you could do like a jumping spin attack on him, I was frustrated.
Now we're talking about we got the magic rod right there. Actually, like what's it say? It says burn.
It says you can burn things with this.
Yeah,
burn baby, burn. It's like even the game is excited for you to get this weapon.
It's like Vanilla Ice is singing the chorus for that magic rod or something.
And the magic rod it's just like the fire rod from Link to the Past, but you don't have to deal with a magic meter.
We had a magic rod in the original Legend of Zelda, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I don't think I ever used it much, but
I didn't even know till the day when I was preparing for this video that was actually called the magic rod.
Yeah.
That was the fire rod the whole time.
I mean, that's basically...
It melts ice, so, you know.
I mean, it's what it looks like, so it's an easy...
But man, it's powerful. I don't know if it can kill all the things that the boomerang does, but man, when you can hit enemy with that thing, it really lights them up.
It does. It can't kill those little flashing round guys.
What the heck
are they? Sparks? They're sparks.
Sparks, yeah, sparks, I think you're right.
It can't kill them, or I don't think it can kill like the anti-fairies. But it can kill everything else, and I just love the way they go up in flames. I mean, just like it said when you got it, it says "burn, baby."
Yeah. I do like that. And a little aggressive for a Nintendo game, there.
It really is. But man, I use that thing religiously. A little bit throughout this dungeon, but then also in the next part, you'll see I go pretty crazy with it.
I love this part right here. Like you kill this guy, and you don't even watch him die. No. You just walk out of the room. Forget this guy.
It's like the 5th time we fought him in this game.
Yeah.
I was done.
We have fought him quite a bit, and I'm really surprised that we had to fight the mini boss again right there.
I think a few of them do respawn when we left the dungeon to get that heart piece in that portal. I think
if you know what you're doing, you can fight that guy 5 or 6 times in this dungeon.
I mean, thank God once you get the fire rod, 2 shots and he's dead.
Yeah, pretty easy.
Or magic rod, sorry. Get the names right at least.
Man, the one thing I hate about those things, because like when I was trying to find my way around here, like when you run into those things, it's like a rock when it's got to give you an explanation every single time.
It's just like the pots used to be before you got the bracelet.
Yes, And I ran the ice numerous times because I couldn't figure out what the heck I was doing.
I will say I like how like the ice puzzles are such a contrast to this like fire lava dungeon.
But you actually different. Yeah, but you see that a lot like in Zelda games, like where they'll take like the complete opposite of something. Like in the Ice Cavern we had to use that the red fire or whatever from Ocarina of Time. So it's a concept that they use very often, it seems.
And I like how it just breaks things up.
It does. You wouldn't expect to see ice in there,
Exactly. A cue ball was once again a pretty.
Is this where you missed the fairy?
Let's not talk about it.
This is awesome right here. I don't know how you miss it and then you fall in the lava.
The worst part is I only needed
twice.
The worst part is I only needed 1 heart.
I didn't know you fell twice.
I only needed 1 heart.
You lost more hearts trying to get that fairy.
I did. It was terrible. It was just an embarrassing effort for me on trying to get that stupid fairy.
Now this right here, apparently you can do this a bunch of different ways, because I did this a completely different way than you did it.
As long as you don't like trap yourself in that bottom right corner, you're usually pretty good. So, but yeah, I think you got.
Man, that's a confusing little puzzle right there.
It is.
That one took me forever.
I struggled getting it to change the direction at the right time. Like I kept accidentally steering it right.
It is hard to choose the directions. Like if you hit too early, it doesn't respawn.
Yeah.
And if you hit too late, it just goes right into the wall and resets or whatever.
Yeah, I ran into that problem quite a few times and had to like leave the room and walk back in to get it to reset. Obviously, we did our best to not make you all sit through that.
Yeah. Man, I do love all the lava they put in this place. I mean, they actually put quite a bit of lava in here.
They do, and I like it reminds me all the way back of like Angler. I think it's Angler's Tunnel. Where it has all the water.
Yes, a lot of deep water too. Yeah. You can walk in the shallow stuff.
Yeah, and they like just took that concept, turned it into lava to where it it's like they kind of recycled the idea, but it looks cool with the bubbling of the lava.
You can't walk into that water.
No, the flippers aren't.
We're not swimming in with the flippers with those things.
Why are my flippers melting? Oh gosh. So yeah, I agree with you 100% on that though. Like I like how they use it in this dungeon. Like even in a 2D dungeon, they still managed to incorporate that lava like that.
I hate this room, man. Like I don't know. I kept on like using the magic rod on the wrong piece of ice. And I don't know how many times I had to go up and down that ladder right there, having to reset this place. Well, I actually did it a different way. Let's hear in a second what Red does.
Yeah.
What I actually did was I hit the middle one on the row 3 right there.
Yeah.
I hit the middle one and then jumped across. And
that's a good idea.
I didn't even know that you could do what you just did right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I knew I could either. It may have been an accident.
Oh, okay. Well, you were aiming that way, though. So.
That's true. Here's what you mentioned earlier, like when you get that dialogue box pop up and explain it to you. That is just so annoying.
It really is annoying.
And speaking of annoying, this has been a bit of a trend throughout this entire game, is just boss fights that are way too easy, and Hothead, the boss of this dungeon, just continues that trend.
I remember when I got here, when I first saw him, I was like, finally, we're going to get, like, kind of a hard boss. Like I said, they've just been way too easy throughout the game, and this boss might have been one that, I won't say the easiest ones, but just really expected more. I just thought if he might have been a little bit harder, it might have been a better boss fight.
Yeah, and he even looks pretty cool when he first pops out of that fire, but then he never comes at you. You know, I was hoping for something more along the lines of the Turtle Rock from A Link to the Past.
Yeah, yeah.
An epic boss.
And I also love how you had limited room. I was like, oh man, this boss is going to be hard because you really don't have anywhere to move.
You never have to move.
Yeah, and just so I was expecting a lot when I first saw him, and just like every other boss in this game, really, he just was too easy, which, like I said, goes for every boss.
It happens. And I will say this, I feel like I've said it about a few of the bosses, I really like the warning he gives you after you kill him. The threat. He's like, remember, you're in the dream too.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just...
They've been hinting stronger and stronger at every boss fight about this being a dream right here.
And also that, like, when everything else, when the Windfish wakes, that you'll quit to exist, just like...
and I love that drum right there. Absolutely love the drum.
Now that we've got the 8th and final instrument, it's time to make our way to the Windfish's egg. And this wraps up part 32.